Hello everyone, I am Nikita Eknath Tajne and today in this topic we are going to discuss about the proteins and the nucleic acids. What are the proteins? Proteins are the long chain polymers of the amino acids. The proteins are macromolecules with a high molecular weight and most abundant compound of the cells. A number of protein in the cell varies in their number in 2000 to the 1 lakh up to 1 lakh. All protein consist of nitrogen in addition to the carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. General structure of protein: in a long chain of amino acid forming a protein, the amino group of one amino acid is linked to the carboxyl group of the other amino acid. Two amino acids are condensed by the removal of water molecule to form a peptide linkage. Each polypeptide, that is a long chain of amino acid, contain free amino group at one end and carboxyl group at other end, called the N terminal and the C terminal respectively. A monomolecule of the protein is made up of two amino acid residue called a dipeptide, and the three residues as called a tripeptide, and the many residues are called polypeptides. Then a protein molecule may consist of one, two or more polypeptide chains. The folded structure is held and maintained with the help of additional special bonds like disulfide bond. The classification of proteins. Proteins are of two types: simple protein and the conjugated proteins. Simple proteins, these are composed of only amino acids or their derivative, example histone, zein from the maize, etc. Then conjugated proteins, these are the simple proteins with some non-proteinous part called prosthetic group, example lipoproteins plus lipids. And then enzyme, most of enzymes are proteins but all enzymes are not, but not all proteins are the enzymes, example amylase. Then hormones like insulin, growth hormones, etc. are proteins. Then structural proteins, these proteins form a part of cell or the tissue, example keratin. Then contractile protein, these proteins occurs in the muscles, example myosin. Then now we discuss about the nucleic acids. From the chemical analysis of nucleus, it is clear that it consists of two type of nucleic acids: DNA, that is deoxyribonucleic acid, and the RNA, ribonucleic acid. The nucleic acid are the macromolecules composed of many small units or the monomers called the nucleotide. Each nucleotide is formed of three components, that is sugar, nitrogenous base, and the phosphate group. Nucleotide, it consists of sugar, nitrogenous base, and the phosphoric acid group. When a sugar combines with the nitrogenous base, then it is called a nucleoside. Then different component of nucleic acids are sugar, nitrogenous base, and the phosphoric acid. Sugar, it consists of the pentose sugar. The sugar can be of two type: ribose sugar or the deoxyribose sugar. A nucleotide which contain ribose sugar called non-ribonucleotide, while one which contain deoxyribose sugar called deoxyribonucleotide. Nitrogenous bases, each nucleotide has one of four type of nitrogenous bases, out of which two are purines and remaining two are pyrimidines. Bases are the double ring compound, further distinguished adenine and the guanine, while pyrimidine bases are the single ring compound, further distinguished into thymine, cytosine and the uracil. Then phosphoric acid, phosphate is present in the nucleic acid as a phosphoric acid. Then structure of deoxyribonucleic acid. DNA is a double helical stranded structure in which each strand is made up of thousands of deoxyribose nucleotides. Deoxyribose nucleotides are linked with each other by the phosphodiester bond. The two strands of DNA molecule are antiparallel complementary and are joined by the weak hydrogen bonds. Then in eukaryotic cell, DNA is found mainly in the nucleus but also occur in the mitochondria and chloroplast. It's a genetic material and contain all the information needed for development and existence of an organism. Then structure of the ribonucleic acid, that is RNA. RNA is a single stranded and the strand may be straight or the variously folded upon itself. The nitrogenous base thymine is replaced by the uracil in the RNA. RNA are of two types: genetic RNA, non-genetic RNA. Genetic RNA is the genetic material in the most of plant viruses and some animal viruses. And non-genetic RNA, this type of RNA is present in organism in which the genetic material is DNA. The synthesis of the non-genetic RNA occurs only in DNA molecule. Or non-genetic RNA or three type: mRNA, that is messenger RNA, rRNA, ribosomal RNA, and tRNA, transfer RNA. Messenger RNA, it is a linear molecule. Its synthesis takes place on DNA by the process called transcription. It carries genetic information from nucleus to the site of protein synthesis. It forms about total 5% of total RNA. Then rRNA, it is a linear molecule folded at the certain region due to the complementation of the nitrogenous bases. It is associated with the ribosome and it forms about 80% of total cellular RNA. And tRNA, it is soluble RNA with the hairpin or the clover leaf-like structure. This is the smallest among the three types. It forms about 10 to 15% of the total cell RNA. It carries activated amino acid to the ribosome and helps in elongation of polypeptide chain during the process of translation. Thank you.